Welcome to the Abundant Beans Podcast Christmas 2020 special. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Stephen Andrews. I am the producer for Jamie O'Kane, who is the host of the Abundant Beans Podcast. And for Christmas, we are just going to have a short episode today. It's going to be a collection of clips from our favorite moments throughout the year to help you better prepare your business for 2021. And with that, we're just going to get to it. I'll see you on the other side.
I think one of the most important things people can do is look out 10 years. I think everybody should read The Price of Tomorrow and understand what's coming, because what we think is coming is based on a linear understanding of time and progress, because biologically we grow and we evolve in a linear respect. Things happen very slowly. Because of technology, everything's changing exponentially, and our brains are having a hard time getting around that. We can't even foresee what that would look like. Great companies, whether it's Netflix or Tesla, they're looking forward 10, 15, 20 years, and they're building for that. Netflix didn't build a company around DVD distribution. They knew where microprocessing technology was going, to where they knew it was coming because it's happening predictably. So they were building a company around digital delivery. They knew that they were doing that. And Blockbuster said, we're going to have more candy in the aisle, and that'll be good, and that's going to be fine. And they got destroyed. So any business, anybody, whatever you're doing, if you're a truck driver, you're going to get disrupted. Your job is going away this decade. For sure, it's going away. So seeing that and thinking about that with other people that are future thinking, that can understand exponential thinking, studied Peter Diamandis, but really looking 10 years down the road to a world that we can't even understand in today's perspective, is important, because it's coming whether you prepare for it or not.
How do you, because I know you and Megan are doing some copy stuff. So talk to us about Visualize Copy, and how are you helping people kind of really get to the meat of like who they want to work with?
Yeah, so at Visualize Copy, we specialize in email copywriting, particularly working with coaches and course creators. I realize there's 3 C's in that also. You got a thing for C's, apparently.
I like it.
So we specialize in working with basically people who have online businesses with personalities behind them. And one of the things that we really focus on a lot in our business is helping people write welcome sequences or nurture sequences that actually convey both who they are in a genuine and authentic way, but that also help their readers, their subscribers, feel an empathetic connection to them. And like they actually care about them, because they do, hopefully. We want everyone we work with to care about the people they work with. But to really build that relationship in a natural way, so that you build know, like, and trust, and you don't come off just sounding like a gross corporate, personality list thing, which was, I don't know about you, Jamie, but when I first started my first business, and of course I wrote all my own copy because I couldn't hire anybody at that point.
That's what you do.
Exactly. It's what you do. And because my writing experience was all in an academic context, everything I wrote was correct. It was correct. But it was so boring to read, and like had no personality, and it was really difficult to convey any kind of empathy when you're coming off as cold and dry, as you might imagine. Yes,
I think I have the opposite problem. I'm at the point like in my life where I just write the way that I would speak. And I did an article for Intuit, and I sent it to the editor, and he's like, I have a lot of changes. I hope you don't feel like, just know, like, this is what I do. I was like, oh no, you're fine. Like, I assumed you would have like text, he had like clarity changes, and I was like, okay, like that's not what I do. Right. And I'm more worried about my voice than I am about, it being technically correct or whatever. Like, I don't have time for that. That's your job. That's why you're the editor.
So my biggest takeaways are winging it is a waste. You really need to be prepared.
I love it.
Okay. So just because podcasts are accessible doesn't mean that you need to treat it as amateur or less, because it's not. So still treat it like a media interview, because people are going, unlike an episode of the Today Show in 1973, podcasts are very easy to find. And if you're not prepared, it's going to catch up with you and it's there forever.
I love that. The internet is forever.
Yeah, so don't treat it as lesser.
Yes.
Treat it as the amazing opportunity that it is. Respect the show, respect the host, respect yourself, and you will get so much out of it. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun. So my final question for you today is, what is the one thing most business owners are missing when it comes to growth?
That is such a good question. So honestly, I think that when it comes to growth, people are too afraid to lean out. And I think that it keeps them overworked and it keeps them overwhelmed, and it actually keeps them from the success and the sustainability in business that they really want. And so I would say really do think about think about your next level vision, right? Think about what is it that you see in the future? What do you want to be known for? And really focus in on that. Like just pick a lane and focus and get really clear for your customers' benefit as well as for your own benefit in what you do and who you do it for. And I think that really that is the key to successfully growing. And once you have that, you can then scale. But if you're still trying to be all the things to all the people and you're still saying yes to absolutely everything, you're going to have a really hard time ever moving out of that growth stage.
That's so good. What is the one person every new vet practice owner should have to help them and their practice thrive?
I'm going to morph your question.
That's me.
Okay. It's who are the multiple people they need? And it is a really great board of advisors.
Yeah.
And that board of advisors will be comprised of an attorney. It'll be comprised of an accountant. It'll be maybe a trusted mentor or coach, depending what the roles are they need. That's really great to have somebody that's already walked in these shoes that can give you a little bit more information and help you balance things out.
Those outside eyes on all this
They
stuff.
are. And I do think that having a professional life coach is huge. And most veterinarians don't do that.
It's important.
It's a great perk I get with my company.
Yeah.
And I really, really love having my coach because he's constantly challenged me to up my game.
I love it. And I always say coaches need coaches too.
They do. They do.
I have a coach. I tell people all the time, I have a coach.
Yeah.
Find one.
Yep.
They're important.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening. This clip episode has been amazing to put together, and it really warms our heart to know that you guys listen. We get close to 1,000 downloads a day, and we really, really appreciate it. We'll be taking next week off, and we will see you guys in 2021. Until then, be abundant.